Hello friends, this is Professor Himanshu Deshmukh. So let us begin our third problem on friction. The problem says two blocks weighing 220 Newton and 140 Newton are tied by a rope parallel to the plane as shown in figure. Coefficient of friction mu between the blocks and the plane are 0.25 and 0.5 respectively. 0.25 and 0.5 respectively. Determine the value of angle theta at which sliding occurs. What is the tension in the rope? Okay, so let us see. This is the figure which is given in the problem. So if we analyze this figure, there are these two blocks. First is 220 Newton block and second is 140 Newton block. The coefficient of friction for this block is 0.25 and the coefficient of friction for 140 Newton block is 0.5. And these two blocks are tied together by a string. Okay, so this is a string. And these two blocks are on the surface which is inclined at an angle of theta to the horizontal. Okay, so this is the basic condition which is given in the problem. And what you have to find? You have to find the value of angle theta. Okay, so you have to find the value of theta. So you have to find theta, and also what is the tension in the rope. Tension means T. Okay, so you have to find out the value of tension in this particular rope. So these are the two things which you need to calculate. Okay, now we know for solving any problem on friction, first you have to construct the free body diagram, that is FBD. Now in this case there are two bodies. Okay, instead of one body there are two blocks which are tied together by a rope. So for drawing free body diagram, you will have to draw two separate diagrams for two separate blocks. Okay, so for two separate blocks you have to construct two separate free body diagrams. So now if you have seen my previous video up till now, you must be knowing how to draw this free body diagram. So I will not spend much time explaining how I have calculated these forces. Okay, so let us see. Suppose this is the block A and this is block B. So first we'll draw the free body diagram of A and then B. So free body diagram for block A and this is free body diagram for block B. So for A, this is our block. Okay, the weight will be acting vertically downward, which is 220 Newton, and the reaction force will be acting in the direction perpendicular to this inclined force. So it is R1. Now since this is weight which is 220 Newton, it is inclined force. So we have to resolve this force into two components. One will be this force and one will be this force. So this one will be 220 cos of theta. Okay, this angle theta. We know that if this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. So this force will become 220 cos theta and this will be 220 sin theta. I have explained this in my previous video. You can see that if you have any confusion in resolving this force. Okay. Now again, since this is the rope which is pulling this block in this direction, so there will be this tension force which is acting in upward direction. Now obviously, if these are the two blocks, and if this is the sliding force, obviously the motion of these both the blocks, we can say motion will be in downward direction. Obviously because of the force of gravity, both these blocks will be sliding in downward direction. So the motion is downward direction, and we know if the motion is in downward direction, the frictional force which is opposite to the direction of motion, it will be in the direction upward motion. Okay, so it is F1. See, since there are two blocks, we have taken R1 and F1, and here we can take R2 and F2. Okay, so F1 is equal to F, the formula is mu R. In this case it is R1, so mu R1, and mu for this block is 0.25, so it will become 0.25 R1. Okay, so we have taken W, we have resolved it in two components. There is this reaction force, there is this frictional force, and there is this tension force. So this completes the free body diagram of block A. Now similarly we can construct the free body diagram for block B. Now this is block B. We can construct this inclined plane which is at an angle of theta degree. Now there is this vertically downward force, that is weight, it is 140 Newton. Now we can resolve this in two components, 140 cos theta and 140 sin theta. Now there will be another reaction force which is acting perpendicular. So it will be R2. In this case we have considered it R1. Here we can consider it as R2. Now again the motion is in downward direction. Okay, the motion of this object is also in downward direction. So opposite to motion will be the friction force. So if motion is in downward, frictional force will be upward. So in this case it is F2 is equal to mu R2 is equal to 0.5 R2. Now again this block has rope in this direction, so there will be tension in this direction. Okay, for this block the tension is in upward direction, for this block the tension is in downward direction. So this is tension force T. Now this completes the free body diagram of block B. Okay, for simplifying purpose I have further simplified these two diagrams by constructing these two diagrams. Okay, it is not necessary to draw these two diagrams, I have constructed just for your better understanding. So see, I have eliminated this block and this W force. Why? Because W force we have already resolved in two components, so we will not consider this force, we will consider these two force instead of this force. Okay, so see, in this diagram there is this upward force T, there is this upward force 0.25 R1. In this case there is R1, it is R1. In this case it is 220 cos 30 and 220 sin 30, which is acting in this direction. Similarly, in this figure we can say that this is the force which is acting upward, 0.5 R2, 0.5 R2, this is R2, this is R2, opposite to R2 it is 140 cos theta, and in this direction it is T and 140 sin theta. Okay, so just I have eliminated this block so that you can easily take two conditions, summation H is equal to 0 and summation V equal to 0 based on these two diagrams. Okay, and we know since our surface is inclined, okay, since our surface is inclined, we will consider our x-axis as inclined. So this will be x-axis and perpendicular will be the y-axis. Now see, we will take summation H equal to 0 and summation V equal to 0. Now first we will take summation H and V for block A, and after that we will take summation of H and V for block B. So let us see first block A. So now see, we are considering block A. So for block A, what will be summation H equal to 0? So this is block A. Okay, so x-axis is this, so 1, 2 and 3, these are the three forces which are in horizontal direction. Okay, so these two will be positive and this will be negative. So it is plus T plus 0.25 R1 and minus 220 sin theta is equal to 0. Okay, now if you simplify this, it will become T is equal to, we are taking everything towards right side and we are keeping T only towards left side. So it will become this minus 220 sin theta minus 0.25 R1. Okay, so we do not know the value of theta. Also we do not know the value of R1. So we will give this equation 1. If we take summation V equal to 0, what we will get? Summation V means vertical forces. So this is R1 vertical force and this is 220 cos theta, another vertical force. This will be positive and this will be negative. So what will be summation V equal to 0? So summation of V equal to 0 will become R1 minus 220 cos theta is equal to 0. Now R1 will be equal to 220 cos theta. So now we can substitute this value of R1 in this equation. What we will get? Putting value of R1 in equation 1, we will get T is equal to 220 sin theta minus 0.25 into R1 is 220 cos theta. So it will become T is equal to 220 sin theta minus, we are opening this bracket, 55 cos theta. So this will be our equation 2. Now similarly, as we have considered block A and we have applied summation H equal to 0 and summation V equal to 0, similarly now we will consider block B and again we will use two conditions, summation H equal to 0 and summation V equal to 0. So first let us see the FBD for block B. Okay, so this is the FBD for block B. Okay, now these are the horizontal forces and these are the vertical forces. So what will be summation H equal to 0? It will be plus 0.5 R2 minus T minus 140 sin theta is equal to 0. If we simplify it, it will become, taking T towards right side, T is equal to 0.5 R2 minus 140 sin theta. So this will be our equation 3. Now taking summation V equal to 0. Okay, these are two forces, positive and negative. So summation V equal to 0 will become R2 minus 140 cos theta is equal to 0. So from this we can get R2 is equal to 140 cos theta. Now again putting this value of R2 in this equation, okay, putting value of R2 in equation 3, what we will get? T is equal to 0.5 as it is into R2 is 140 cos theta minus 140 sin theta. So T will become, opening this bracket, 70 cos theta minus 140 sin theta. So this is our equation 4. Now if you observe, this is our equation 2 and this is our equation 4. So the left hand side is T. So we can say, or we can equate these two equations 2 and 4. So now equating equation 2 and 4, since left hand side is exactly equal, we can say that right hand side is also exactly equal. So it will become this 220 sin theta minus 55 cos theta is equal to this 70 cos theta minus 140 sin theta. Okay, now again simplifying this, taking all the sin theta towards one side and cos theta towards another side. So it will become 220 sin theta, this minus 140 sin theta will become plus 140 sin theta equal to 7 cos theta as it is, and then this minus 55 will become towards right side, it will become 55 cos theta. So this is 360 sin theta is equal to, addition is 125 cos theta. So from this we can say that sin theta upon cos theta is equal to 125 upon 360. Okay, we are just simplifying this equation. So sin theta upon cos theta is, we know it is tan theta. So it will become tan theta is equal to, this is 0.3472. So from this we can calculate the value of theta. It will be tan inverse of 0.3472 and it comes out to be 19.14 degree. Okay, so we have found out the value of theta. Now again moving forward, now we can, now we have obtained the value of theta. Now if we put that value of theta in either equation 2 or equation 4, if you put this value of theta, we can easily get the value of t. Okay, so for the this video sake, we are substituting the value of theta in equation 2. Okay, so next step is putting theta is equal to 19.14 in equation 2. Okay, it will become t is equal to 220 sin into theta, that is 19.14, minus 55 cos theta, that is 19.14. Now if we simplify this, it comes out to be 20.17. Okay, that means tension T is 20.17, and again it is tension, that means it is a force, so it is in Newton. Okay, so finally you can just write down that sliding occurs at theta. Theta is equal to 19.14 degree and tension in the rope T is equal to 20.17 Newton. Okay, these are the two things which were asked in our problem. Okay, so if you see here, we wanted to calculate the value of theta and the value of t. Okay, so by considering both blocks, you have calculated these two values, theta and t. Okay, so I hope you have understood this numerical. Thank you.